I was raised in Globe, Arizona. It was a small town. I had an amazing childhood. My parents were both loving. They both gave me everything I ever wanted. My home was constantly full of joy. It was full of God. I grew up in a godly home. We went to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday, Saturday, sometimes in between. My parents both were very involved in church, but they were also very involved in our family. When I was about 15 years old, I started looking outside of my safe, secure home. I started looking into the world. I wanted to do my own thing, I was kind of getting sick of going to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday. I was kind of getting tired. And I started getting attention. I started getting attention from guys, and I liked it. And I didn't want to run from it. I didn't want to say no to my sin. Eventually, I turned my back on God completely. I turned my back on my family, and I just started rebelling. I didn't want to hurt my parents. I loved my parents. But I felt like I was forced to go to church, and I was forced to do these things. I started drinking a little bit. I started just playing with sin a little bit. It was exciting. I loved the excitement. Eventually, I just got consumed in the life outside of church, and I just jumped in. Life was just one big party. I remember my mom, she would constantly tell me, "I'm praying for you, I love you," and I knew she was. I knew it was real, but I was like, whatever, I just kind of blew it off. And even my sister and my family would pray for me. And this guy came into my life, and he was exciting. He was different than anything I ever knew. And at first I felt sorry for him because he had a really hard life, and I never knew what that was. So at first I thought I could help him. But eventually I just got sucked in, and it was a really abusive, emotional relationship, emotional roller coaster. He was heavily involved in drugs. He was involved in street life, and I would sneak around to see him. I tried different things in life. I started smoking a lot of weed. I was drunk all the time because I could not live with myself. I knew that one day I wanted to be a Christian, but I just didn't want it now. And I felt like I was still young and I could still do what I wanted to do. I didn't want anyone to tell me what to do. I remember my sister, she begged me, it was one Easter, she begged me, she said, "Hey, you want to come to church with me?" And I was just like, I wanted to make her happy, so I went. This girl came up to me at church, and she asked me, "Do you know where you're going to go when you die?" And I just straight up told her, yeah, I'm probably going to go to hell. Deep down inside, I wasn't okay with it, but I was fighting. I didn't want to be told that I had to repent of my sins, that I had to turn from my sins. I had this friend, and we were raised going to church together. We were raised knowing God. We were both raised in good homes. And when I had turned from God, she also had turned from God. I hadn't talked to her for about 2.5 years. Someone had told me that she had gotten saved. And it blew my mind because she was worse than me, she was crazy. She did all kinds of drugs, and she claimed that she was atheist. And when I heard about this, I was like, yeah, right, she did not get saved. So I was like, I'm gonna text her and I'm gonna see. So if she gets saved, she's gonna text me back because that will show that she forgave me. That will show she's a different person. And so I text her, and sure enough, she texts me back. I asked her, I said, "Hey, can I go to church with you?" And she was, of course, really happy. She's like, "Yeah, of course you can." So that was it. I went to church actually that night. It was a concert. And I just remember God gripped a hold of my heart and He said, it's your time, your time, your time. You have to get saved now. And He told me, He said, if you don't get saved now, you're gonna miss out on everything I have for you. And there was something about that it scared me so much. And I surrendered everything to God. And I remember feeling peace. I remember feeling joy. And it was with one simple prayer that Jesus broke every addiction. I never drank again. I never smoked weed again. Never to return. And when I was in the world, I tried so hard to stop doing those things. And I couldn't. But the power of God, He completely changed me. I have no idea why I didn't do that so long ago, why I was fighting, why I turned from such an amazing God. My name is Jennifer Kidd, and Jesus broke my life.